6 years. Frankly, it's a genius.
Tom Vale? Technically proficient, emotionally immature.
Work as a star. Lifeless quality. Power. Shock value. Take my word for it. Vale's someone to keep your eye on.
You know, I have many of Vale's earlier works.
In the photographs or in your
They're so real, Thomas. So unforgiving.
Oh, the truth is unforgiving. Don't shoot the messenger.
Or the photographer.
Right, or the photographer.
Your photographs are quite beautiful, Mr. Vale. You've really captured something extraordinary.
Beautiful. I never really thought of them quite like that.
How do you think of them?
Well, just as a record of the facts, really. What is, what was. Excuse me for a second.
Oh, look at this.
Shrimp roll?
No, thank you.
Cheese ball?
No, thanks. Sweetheart, excuse me. The babysitter just called, and little Tommy threw up after dinner.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Try the sushi. It's wonderful.
Excuse us.
The babysitter.
Hey, look, it's the first thing that came to my mind.
Little Tommy.
Hey, so sue me. I'm a photographer, not a writer.
On the other hand, it has kind of a ring to it. Little Tommy Vale. Didn't he have a hit single in the early 60s?
One day we'll have kids, and God will get you for that.
How does it feel?
Like Big Tommy is gonna throw up. Can we go?
No, we can't go. Don't you want people to see your work? The reaction's been terrific.
They can see my work. Why do they have to see me?
Oh, I get it. Everything in front of the camera is fair game, but the man behind needs to remain invisible.
Look, if we leave, I'll buy you a steak, okay?
Later.
Baked potato, lots of sour cream, chives.
Tom, you can't leave your own show. This is the big break you've been waiting for.
Cheesecake for dessert.
Another 15 minutes.
I know the cheesecake is essential.
Well, that's the problem with marriage. No mystery.
Trust me, you will always be a mystery.
Hey, Tom. Over here, buddy. Hey, you're the man. Great show, man.
Boy, this is some ego trip. Your head's being stroked so much you must have a stiff neck. Are you getting off on all this?
I'm getting out as soon as possible.
You gotta be kidding. Fame and fortune is right around the corner, buddy. Hop on for the ride. I'd die for all this attention.
Well, that's just about how I'm feeling.
You love it. Hey, a bunch of us are cutting out, gonna go over to Club Nacera. You and Allison wanna meet us?
I'm too old to dance, Larry. Come on.
No, you're too married.
Well,
Single guys dance. It's either that or blow-up dolls. On the other hand, some of these art babes ain't half bad. I'll just tell them I'm your best friend.
right.
Maybe I'll get some of your fallout. Watch me work.
Go get it.
All right, later.
Oh, Mr. Vale. What a powerful, magnificent show. It's edgy, riveting, so delectably cold.
What? Don't promise like that if you're not gonna do it.
Oh, thank you. Now that all the food's here, you should know you really could have bought me off for just the cheesecake.
You're that easy.
Yeah. Isn't that why you married me? This is really wonderful.
Cheers.
I think you're gonna get lucky tonight.
Spoken like a devoted carnivore.
You know what I was thinking about?
Fulfilling my every fantasy?
Besides that, I was thinking it was too bad that your mother wasn't at the opening tonight. I think she would have been really proud.
You know, my mother wouldn't come out for my funeral. Or maybe that'd be something she wouldn't want to miss.
You could have called her.
What makes you think she'd even talk to me?
You could have tried.
I have tried. You know, the opening was painful enough. I really didn't need to hear her telling me how I drove my father from the house and left her alone to die.
Your father was miserable and unhappy on that farm. Your mother's not the easiest woman in the world to live with.
My mother's not the easiest person in the world to have coffee with. You know, as far as she's concerned, when I left to follow my dreams, I somehow abandoned her, and inspired my father. 2 months later, she's alone, and
Your work's finally getting some recognition. I just think it's sad. Someone should have told her.
I'll send her a photograph. I'll be right back.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. What am I doing? Hey, Gino. Did Allison change tables?
Excuse me?
Allison, as in my wife? Good smile, great legs, lousy tipper. She's not at our table.
I'm sorry, sir. I really don't know who you're talking about.
Sir, what are you kidding? We were just sitting like between these two lamps here. Now there's 2 other people at our table.
Mr. and Mrs. Charnier said that booth reserved every Thursday for the last 10 years.
Oh, okay. I get it. This is Allison's idea of a joke, right? It's cute. Okay, I laughed. So where is she?
Perhaps if you come to the front desk, sir.
No, Gino. The joke's over. So where is she?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the restaurant, sir.
You're serious, aren't you? What are you telling me? You don't remember seating us at that booth 20 minutes ago?
Sir, please.
This is ridiculous. I'm going to take it up with the Charnies. You are a very authentic-looking older couple, but it's time to 86 the crumpets and scones. The joke's over.
Sir,
Take your hands off my wife.
Well, I'll take my hands off your wife if you'll return mine, okay?
We can take our business outside.
How far are you going to take this, Gina? What, are you going to bust my head open?
I said we'll talk outside.
You're picking up the check. All right. Don't you think you're overplaying your part?
No, you're still breathing.
All right, so what am I supposed to do now? I'm supposed to go back to the show and apologize for leaving early? What?
You can take a long walk off a short pier frolic here. Just stay out of the restaurant.
I don't suppose she left the car. You are gonna pay for this.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
5, 6, 4, 3.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator to help you.
All right. Yeah, here, keep the change. Thank you. Allison, it's me. Come on, open the door. Come on, Allison, open the door.
Who are you? What do you want?
It's not funny.
If you're not out of here in the next 10 seconds, I'm gonna call the police.
What are you doing? Come on, the joke's over. I'm cold, I'm tired. Let me in. What, Newt, you're in on this too? Come on, what the hell is going on?
Allison, you all right? Look, pal, why don't you go sleep it off somewhere?
Who the hell are you supposed to be?
I'm her husband. I'm also the guy on the trigger end of this shotgun. All right, look, conversation's over. Now, you can either turn and leave, or I can blow a hole in your leg, and we'll carry you out of here.
Larry! Larry! Come on, give me my card back.
Your ATM card has been confiscated, and a video image of this transaction has been recorded.
Forecast, cloudy, windy, and cold this morning, warming up a bit this afternoon with a few sunny breaks and...
You would not believe the dream I had last night. Oh. I'll tell you one thing, I've never been so happy to wake up in all my life. Hey, Nudie.
Go get the paper. But you know what? The only remaining question I have is, who was the other guy?
Please, don't.
Shut up and drive. Just get out of the parking lot and go west on Mora. Talk to me.
What do you want me to say?
Come on, Allison. What are the rules of the game here?
I don't know
Who
what
put you up to this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cut the crap. Just cut the crap, okay? It's about the photograph, isn't it? There's no way you could have got into my bank account, changed the locks all by yourself. Who are they, Allison?
All right. They told me that if I said anything, they'd kill you.
Who? Who are they?
I don't know, some men.
But who? Government, military?
That's
What
all
did they
I know.
say?
I didn't want to put you in this situation. I didn't have any choice. They're watching me. They're watching you. I am not the enemy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I gotta think. There's gotta be somebody we can talk to.
What do you want me to do?
Just pull over, pull over. I doubt very much they got to the cops. What's the problem?
You want to step out of the car, please, sir? Just move to the front of the vehicle, place your hands on the hood.
All right, all right, all right.
We got a call from Martinson Dry Cleaners about someone being in the back of your car. The person that called thought there might be some kind of problem.
There's no problem, officer. I'm her husband, so...
Is everything okay, ma'am?
Officer, please, this man hid in the back seat of my car. I've never seen him before in my life. He's insane.
Allison, what are you saying?
Stay away from me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't talk to me. Don't come to my house.
But you just...
What did you expect me to say? You're sick. You need help.
She's lying. I don't know why, but somebody is making her do this. You gotta believe me, this woman is my wife.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything.
Damn it, they're all lying.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. No, they're lying. They're all in it together.
Now, I know this sounds completely insane, but I'm not deluded. I have no paranoid obsessions.
You mind if I smoke?
No, do you mind if I leave?
You mind if I leave? That's very funny. I like that. Some of my colleagues would say that humor is the first line of defense.
But not you.
No. I enjoy the occasional light remark. I hate to weigh things down with a lot of theory. It's against the rules.
Do I really have to wear this thing?
We'll get to that. You understand why you've been brought here?
I understand the circumstances under which I was brought here. It's the why I'm not too sure about.
According to the police report, you were accosting a woman.
A woman? No, that's not what happened. What?
The first thing you're going to learn around here is that to make a good impression, you want to keep your emotions in check. We want our residents to be even-tempered, okay?
Okay.
Now, according to the report, you went to this woman's house and you created quite a scene.
Look, if you would just listen.
Apparently, you broke into this woman's car and you accosted her in the parking lot.
My turn.
Your turn.
Do you know my name?
Yeah. You told the police it was Thomas Vale.
Have you ever heard that name? Are you familiar with my work?
No, should I be?
I'm a photographer. Some of my work's been published.
So you're quite famous then?
Look, don't patronize me. What I'm telling you is the truth.
Your truth.
You know, it's not as though I don't know how this sounds. You know, I probably wouldn't believe it if somebody said it to me. Doctor, the woman I've been accused of harassing is my wife. And someone, for some reason, has gotten to her and forced her to act like she doesn't know me.
But you have no paranoid delusions.
Call my friends. Check me out.
I intend to. What about family? You do have family.
Look, why don't you just call my friend, Larry Levy? 16550 Hamilton Street. You don't have to take my word for it. He's in the book. I can give you a 3-page list of names, if it'll help.
Yeah, it might. What about parents?
There's my mother.
But you don't want us to call your mother. You don't want us to call your wife or your mother.
No, no, you can call her. Mrs. Jonathan Vale. 18 Frontage Road, 6. Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Hey, thought you knew it all, didn't you, puppy pal? What is that? Thought that you were the special guy who saw through it.
What do you want?
You're beginning to lose your confidence.
Who are you?
Your local hatchmate, furry friend. Just your garden variety paranoid schizophrenic next door. Name's Eddie. How you feel?
What are you doing here?
Oh, you sound like the docs. No answers, but a lot of questions. Finally got to you, huh?
What do you know?
There you go again. You know, you'll never beat them at their own game. Ain't even worth trying, bashful buddy. I heard you say you was some kind of photographer. I like that. The all-seeing, unflinching eye, very je ne sais crap kind of stuff.
What do you know? It's about hidden agenda, isn't it? Is that why they're doing this? Is it the men in the photograph?
Well, you're asking me. I'm a mental patient. Maybe they just don't like your type.
What's my type?
You know, the kind that don't buy into the program, the kind that's always trying to look behind the curtain. You're supposed to see the tricks, puppy pal, not the mirrors. Looks like you're going to be in art class for the long haul.
I talked to Dr. Bellamy. I gave him some names.
Well, there you go. Put your faith in the medical profession. That's a plan. Buy Blue Cross.
Listen, when he contacts my friend...
You know, you listen, candid camera, who don't know dip about what he's into. You don't have any friends. Everything they give you, they can take back. Everything you thought you had, you don't. Absolute zero, gentle Jack. Bottom line.
You saying that Bellamy is in on this?
Tell you what, next time you see him, ask him about Dave Powers. Yeah.
Don't you think you're taking a risk having me unrestrained back here?
Living on the edge brings a little excitement into an otherwise clinically dull existence. I have faith it will survive.
So just what is it that we're surviving?
Just a little real-world reality check. It'll be good for you and useful for me.
So you think there's a chance what I'm saying is true?
You never know.
So how do you expect to get in? I told you they changed the locks.
Well, that's where my years of training come in handy. I phoned ahead.
Hi.
Good morning.
Who the hell are you?
Don't mind him. He hasn't been the same since the baseball strike. Look, if you want to put forward your claim, you might try not acting like a mental patient.
That woman doesn't work here. I've never seen her before in my life.
Apparently, she has the same reaction to you.
This is my studio. It's not open to the public. You can't phone ahead.
That's why we're here. To test your version against reality.
This isn't reality. They did this. They set this up.
And that's just the kind of talk we're trying to discourage. It's very powerful. And these are all yours.
Yeah, I shot that in Guatemala 2 Decembers ago. Tiananmen Square, Bosnia, El Salvador, Seoul, South Korea. That's Bosnia. I shot every one of these.
And you say that one of them has been stolen?
Yeah, it was around here. Right here.
Well, that should be easy enough to check. And it was a photograph of an execution of some kind? Excuse me, miss. Would it be possible for us to meet the photographer? We just want to compliment him on his work.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, he's on an assignment right now. Overseas.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you very much.
So you believe her and not me?
Put yourself in my place. I bring you to what you tell me is your studio, and the woman who works here doesn't even recognize
I know, but...
What would it take to convince you?
I spent half my life here. I know where everything is. It's where I keep my hazardous chemicals. Coffee. My papers. I'm telling you, somebody came in here and moved everything.
You don't want to behave like this in a public place.
I'm telling you, this is my studio. I built half this place. Somebody came in here and moved everything. Somebody paid that woman to sit there.
And somebody pressured your wife.
The negatives. They wouldn't know where I kept them. They'd never be able to find them.
You hide your negatives.
Hey, there's such a thing as healthy paranoia.
Yeah. Yes, we know. No. No. Later. Yeah, tonight. 10 o'clock at the hospital. Yeah, okay. So, sorry. Where were we? The negatives.
Right.
Well, nothing.
No. They must have found them.
And you're sure you remember it correctly?
They should have been there.
What are you feeling right now?
Confused.
A little less sure of yourself.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't fight it. Confusion isn't necessarily a bad thing. Under the circumstances, being a little less sure of things might just prove to be the road to recovery. Shall we?
You seem down today, JC.
So many sinners, so little time.
You got your work cut out for you, huh?
I try to tell them who I am, but they don't believe me. You believe me, don't you, Eddie?
Well, how else could you beat me 3 games out of 5?
Why doesn't anyone want to hear the truth? I'm confused, Eddie.
Well, you know, JC, confusion isn't necessarily a bad thing. Under the circumstances, being a little less sure of things may just prove to be the road to recovery. Point, game, match. Can't compete with divine forces. Hey, you think you got a tough puppy pal of mine? You gotta wonder what it must be like having his father.
Eddie, what is going on? How come you know what you know?
You don't want to get inside my head, furry friend. You got enough problems of your own.
Just tell me what you know.
Did you ask the daring doc about Dave Powers?
No. No, it didn't come up.
And you still haven't put it together.
Put what together?
Who's the doc meeting tonight at 10?
Time for your medication.
Here's to numb. You gotta love this place.
It's after curfew.
Hey, good. Listen to me. Listen to me. The doctor's in on this. He's part of it. Just ask him. Ask him what I was doing with my wife. Just listen to me. Listen.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was better. Wuzzy had no hair. Wuzzy.
Eddie. 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 Eddie.
There once was a man named Tom. Eddie. Tom, you used to be so calm, and then they came and took his name. Now everything is gone.
Eddie.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. This old man cannot go home. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog his bone, because this old man cannot go home. Cannot go home. Cannot go home. Cannot go home.
I hear we had something of an unauthorized field trip last night.
Shut up. You know, I don't know what's in this happy juice, but it's about 6 times as much of it as you people use to quiet us down. I ought to pack quite a punch.
What do you want?
I want my life back, you bastard.
It's not mine to give.
Well, then I may just have to take yours. Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna walk out of here, right down the corridor, straight out the front door, and you're gonna behave as though you're escorting me. Okay? You make one move, you cock an eyebrow in the wrong direction.
Okay,
All right.
I got the point.
Good. Here, close the door. Is this it?
Yeah. What now?
Keys.
You're not gonna get away with this.
Maybe not.
Oh. What time is it? How long?
A few hours. I didn't give you all of it.
That may prove to be a very big mistake on your part. You don't really think you're going to get away with this, do you?
But I am getting away with it. I'm just applying what I've learned in the last few days. I mean, if a man's identity is so tenuous, so fragile, if I can't be Tom Vale, well, I might as well be you. How's your credit limit?
There's nowhere to go. They'll find you.
They. And who are they, Doctor? Or is this just the raving of a paranoid lunatic?
You have no idea what you're up against.
Then tell me.
Thanks. But death at your hands is a preferable alternative.
How'd you get to my wife? What did it take?
That's your basic problem. You don't seem to understand that in the end, most people choose to cooperate.
Under a great deal of threat and pressure.
You'd be surprised.
Would I? How far does it go, Doctor? I suppose now that I've volunteered their names, I've been to see Larry and my mother.
Your negatives.
See, that's your basic problem, Doctor. You don't seem to understand that no matter how much you take away, everyone has something that belongs to them. To them and nobody else. Everyone has something that no matter how deep you dig, you'll never get. What happened to Dave Powers?
He lost.
Who won? Found my chemicals. Sulfur bromide. Very useful in a dark room. Also very flammable.
What do you hope to gain from this?
Truth! Who do you work for?
Kill him!
Levy Crichton in Maple, good morning.
Larry Levy's office, please.
Larry Levy's office?
Hey, Susie. Is he in?
May I tell him who's calling?
It's Tom. Vale.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Vale, he's not in. Can I take a message?
Where the hell is he in the middle of the day?
I'll be happy to take a message for him.
Yeah. No, I know it was nuts. I got it. It's okay. Yeah, no, I'll be there in a second.
Larry!
decent? Larry. So this is what keeps you away from the office? Larry, it's me, man. We gotta talk. Larry. Larry.
Very nice. You look like an escaped mental patient. Jeez. There's gotta be something to wear in here.
Trying to reach Mrs. Jonathan Vale.
Who's calling?
Who is this?
Who's calling?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning our final descent into Des Moines Airport. The local time is 9:52 and the local temperature is 70 degrees.
Can I help you?
I don't know. That depends. Who are you?
I'm Helen's nurse. Who are you?
Her nurse. I'm her son. What's wrong? Why does she need a nurse?
You're her son? Didn't you know? Your mother had a stroke 6 days ago.
Hey, Mom. Mom. It's me. It's Tom. Can you hear me?
She's in and out. Some days are better than others.
How did this happen?
She's 73 years old.
I mean, who hired you? Who pays you?
I think if you have any questions, you'd be better off talking to my supervisor.
I'll do that. Count on it.
Sue? I'll be right back.
Mom, it's me. It's Tom. Can you hear me?
Tom? Is that you?
I'm right here. It's okay.
Good.
Excuse me, sir. But if you could produce some sort of identification.
What do you have in mind? A birth certificate?
A driver's license will do.
I left it in my hotel room.
That your rental car out there?
Yeah.
And you're driving without a license?
I told you I left it in my room.
If you'll come downstairs with me, we can clear this up.
Just get out of here.
Mister, we can do it easy, or we can do it hard.
I said get out of here!
Let's go.
Put it away, Matt. It's not necessary. Put it away. Hello, I'm Father Ralph Thomas. I'm from St. Anne's. Sue tells me that Helen is your mother.
You're from St. Anne's. What happened to Father Carney?
I'm afraid he passed on about 6 weeks ago. He had a good heart. May rest in peace, but not a strong one. I find it interesting that Helen never said anything to me about having a son.
And in 6 weeks, you really got to know her.
I'd say I did, actually. We had a number of little talks. She never mentioned you.
Tom?
Yeah, Mom, it's me. I'm right here.
Helen, it's Ralph Thomas.
Hello, Father.
Helen, this young man has been telling us that he's your son.
Tom. My son.
I was surprised because you've never mentioned him.
My son is dead. I have no son.
Stay back, stay back.
Put the gun down, son. Nobody means you any harm.
I suppose that's what you said to Father Carney before you killed him.
Father Carney had a heart attack.
Right, and you're his replacement.
You're upset, you're confused, you don't know what you're saying. Let me have the gun.
Hey, you can cut the phony father routine right now, Padre. I'm not buying.
Oh my God. What are you, out of your mind?
You're all in this together, aren't you? Every one of you got to my mother. You got to Father Carney. The police. How far does this go, huh? What? Everyone I ever met? Everyone I ever talked to? Get up. Do what he says. Come here. Get over here. Come here. All right. Either one of you moves. She dies.
Please, son.
I mean, I don't have a lot left to lose. You can tell your friends. They can't take it all. They can't take everything. They might get to everyone I ever met, but they won't get to me.
Atlanta defeated Dallas 14-3.
Windy!
Yeah, it is.
You look like somebody who needs a ride. Which way you headed?
Which way you going?
That way.
Well, that's where I'm going.
We're going as far as Downey, though.
Downey sounds good.
You don't mind if I smoke? I mean, my car, my rules, right? I ain't got all day, mister. You know what's good for you? You won't pass up this ride. Not too much traffic out this way. Okay, buddy. Have it your way. Tell me about it, Scout. One hell of a long afternoon for that fella.
That's it.